Hello, my name is Beverly, and I'm a piano teacher here at Lesson Face. If you want to learn how to play blues piano, you're in the right place. All you need to get started is the basic blues scale and the chords that go with it, and I'll show you that in this video. The materials I use are also provided for you. You can download and print them. So let's get started. If you've been playing piano for any length of time, you've probably come across the major scales. The C major scale is all white notes from C to C. It's the Do-Re-Mi scale. Let's look at the C blues scale, which is a completely different pattern. The C blues scale is a lot different than the major scale. It doesn't have quite as many notes. You skip and you have sharps and flats. You skip from C to E flat, F, F sharp, G, skip from G to B flat, and up to C. I'll show you on the piano in a second. There's no specific fingering, but this is a suggested fingering. This will help you to control your hands as you're learning the scale. I'll show you on the piano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. Again. Up and down several times until you're comfortable. The next step is to add the chords in the left hand. A C chord is C, E, G, fingers 5, 3, 1, pinky on the C. Then an F chord, pinky on F, F, A, C, pinky on G, G, B, D. So what you're going to do is play the chord in the left hand as you begin the scale in the right hand. Go up and down, play the F chord as you begin the same scale, up and down. G chord as you begin the same scale, up and down. And if you really want a feeling of completion, then go back and do the C chord again. I'll show you what that looks like on the piano. Here's middle C. Put your right hand up here. Put your left hand down here so they won't collide. C chord. F chord. G chord. Back to C. Now, if you notice that when you played the G chord and played the C, it sounded funny, it does. There's a little issue with those notes, but just ignore it. It goes by quickly, and you're back to C. Let's look at the bottom of the same page. The 12-bar blues is a format for playing the blues that everyone around the world knows how to use. Everyone who plays the blues gets introduced to the 12-bar blues. So that means you can play with anyone, anywhere, even if you don't speak the same language. Bar is the same as measure. So it's a format of 12 measures with the chords changing in a certain order while you improvise using the C blues scale with your right hand. So your left hand would play the chords. You would have 4 measures of C. Each quotation mark means the same chord again for another measure. 2 measures of F, 2 measures of C, 1 of G, 1 of F, and 2 measures of C to end it. So you play the chords in your left hand, you improvise using the blues scale in your right hand. Now if you were playing in strict time, you would count 4 beats per each measure, and it would sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you may notice I didn't play the chords every measure. Sometimes I just held the chord, but I didn't change the chord until enough measures had gone by. Now, when you first start trying to improvise with the blues, you can't keep up with the timing like that. So here's what you can do. Play the chords in your left hand in this order, but just randomly. Don't worry about the timing. Play a C chord, sit on it for a while. Play an F chord, sit on it for a while you improvise with your right hand. A C chord again, When you're ready, move to the G, F, C. Do it in this order. Don't worry about the timing. I'll show you what that would look like on the piano. So in my right hand, I'm just going to experiment with the blues scale. In my left hand, I'm going to play the chords in the order of 12-bar format, but I'm not going to worry about the timing. I'm just mainly trying to experiment with my right hand. I know it starts on the C chord. Repeating notes is good. F chord. Back to C. Now some of those combinations didn't sound that great when I played them. Once again, you will come upon some notes that don't go together very well. So then just get off of them, don't stay there. As long as you don't stay on them too long, it's okay. Almost everything sounds good. Just experiment. Here is a blues tune that I created. It pretty much uses the 12-bar blues format. In the left hand, you have 4 measures of C, 2 measures of F, 2 of C, 1 of G, 1 of F, 2 of C. There is an extra measure at the end, just kind of like a fancy ending. Other than that, it's pure 12-bar format. These are chord symbols. If you know what C7 and F7 and G7 are, you can play those. If you don't know what that is, just ignore it. It's just an extended version of the basic C, F, and G chords. In the right hand, all of the notes come from the C blues scale that we just studied. And it may be kind of easy for you because in the first 10 measures, you're only using these 3 notes without moving your hand at all. By the way, here are measure numbers 5, 9, 10. In measures 1 through 10, C, E flat, and F, fingers 1, 3, 4. And you're just using different combinations with different rhythms. In measure 11, your hand moves down lower, and in measure 13, it goes higher. So I'll show you that in more detail right now. You have 1 on C, 3 on E flat, and 4 on F. In the first 10 measures, keep your fingers glued to those keys, figuratively speaking. Don't let them move around. It works better that way. And you may know that this is also E flat. This flat applies to all the E's in the measure. So basically all of the E's are flat. And when you get down here in measure 11, both of these B's are flat because of the same rule. So measure 1 through 10, don't let your fingers move around. When you get to measure 11, you're going to move finger 4 down to C. It's the same C that you've had your finger 1 on the whole time. You just shift your hand down lower into a new position. C, B flat, G, B flat, C. Those 3 notes, those 3 fingers. In measure 13, it's these same 3 notes, C, B flat, and G, but they're played at the same time. And they're an octave higher. You can probably tell that this G is higher than this. This C is higher than this. So if you're counting out loud in the right hand, here's how it would sound. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look at the left hand now. You have chords, whole notes played on beat 1 most of the time. In the 4th measure here of this song, you come in on beat 2. So that's on beat 2 and then beat 3. Same here, same here. And at the end, you're just playing on beat 1 and it's staccato. So I'll play you the first line, counting out loud in the left hand, and then just know that the rhythm is same after that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up to the F. Okay, and then of course here you have the staccato. Now I'll show you what it looks like on the piano. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you're not that clear on how to count the rhythm, just make it kind of approximate. You know, the left hand starts. You can make it approximate if you need to. This is the slow grin. It's a little bit more involved. Both hands are busier. I'll talk to you about it a little bit and then I'll play it for you. If you want some help with this or any other blues piano, just get a hold of me and we can work together. The left hand is playing broken chords right here. C chord plus a B flat. This is called a walking bass line. You're kind of acting like a bass player. This is a shuffle pattern. The left hand, the pinky stays on C, and the thumb goes back and forth from G to A to B flat. When you get down here in measure 13, your right hand is playing B and D. These are not notes that are in the blues scale. There's a lot of variations that can occur, and they all have a reason. So this, and when you get into the second page of this song, you'll see notes that are not in the blues scale. And there's always a reason for that. We can study that together if you want to. I'll look at the second page. Here's the second page of the slow grin. The right hand has more notes that are not in the blues scale, and the left hand has some more walking bass line. At the bottom we have a 4-measure outro. The key to this song is getting the rhythm correct, making the right hand and the left hand fit together properly, and keeping the beat going real steady in the left hand. If you need help with that, let me know and I can help you. I'll play the song for you now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy playing these pieces. If you have a question, get a hold of me, send a message, or set up a lesson. We can work together. I'll be here. Bye-bye.